It's Patrick Lagreid from Halfwheel, and if you follow Kickstarter or any number of men's magazines or new gear guides and websites, you might have heard of this lighter. This is the Dissim. Now, for the second half of 2020, this lighter has been garnering a good bit of buzz, seemingly because it picked up more than 7,000 backers on Kickstarter who pledged over $333,000 to bring this thing to market. Not only that, but because the Dissim is billed as the world's first inverted lighter, which means that not only can you ignite it right side up like that, you can also flip it over and ignite it like that. Now, as for the details, the Dissim has a cast metal body, although this lower section feels a bit more plastic or even kind of a rubberized plastic. It measures 3.5 inches long, 1.8 inches wide, and 0.6 inches thick. It weighs 3 ounces and holds 2 grams of butane, the same kind of stuff you'd put in pretty much any other cigar lighter that you might find. As of now, it's only available in this color option, although there is word that more are coming. It's priced at $48, and for $10 more, you can add on this protective case, which is otherwise $14. Now, it's a single action ignition, which means all you have to do is just press down the ignition. It'll start the butane and provide a spark to get the butane turned into a flame. It also offers a flame adjustment wheel over here on the side, and a somewhat useful butane tank window right here, although wasn't really crazy about that. It's not tinted. It's got a lot of glare to it. Wasn't really my favorite, and I've seen a lot better on other lighters. What I do really like is the flame adjustment, which is easily one of the better ones I have seen on any lighter that I've reviewed this year or probably even ever, as it offers tons of range. So I have this set kind of in the middle right now. If I turn it all the way down, flame keeps getting smaller and smaller and eventually goes out. And I'll bring it back kind of to the middle. And then if you bring this up, it really spits out a nice flame. Probably too much. And so I would dial it back somewhere in there. But again, lots of range in the flame adjustment. And I'll show you where that comes in handy in just a second. Now, when using this in the upright position, the Dissim fits right in the hand. Really easy to use, just nice little push button ignition right there. If you want to use it in the inverted position, the circular portion comes a bit more into play. And I've kind of messed around with a couple different options. You can kind of rest your index finger up here and engage the ignition like that. You can use your finger right there and again, ignite it like that. There's a couple ways you can do it. It's certainly a unique design, and every time I put this on the table, somebody's wanted to ask me, A, what it is, and B, if they could check it out to use it for themselves. So not only does it offer that inverted flame option, but it does offer kind of a unique design option as well. Now, I'll be honest, I've never used a soft flame to light a cigar and thought, I wish I could turn this lighter upside down, but I have lit a candle or two, and I can certainly see the appeal of being able to ignite and use a soft flame lighter, in an inverted position. Now, did I light a cigar with this in the inverted position? Yes, but really only for the purposes of testing out the feature, because it is sort of awkward. But what I will say is that if you really want to get creative, and you have to think of yourself with a cigar in your mouth, if you do it like this, it does actually kind of make sense. It's, again, is it notably better than holding it like that and going like this, or holding it kind of to the side and doing like this? No, but it does make some sort of sense, even if it's a little bit awkward. Now, as you'll read in the review, the Dissim comes with some known issues, particularly with an O-ring issue in the flame adjustment wheel, as well as a little bit of an issue with the ignition wire, which you can see right there, causing the ignition spark to arc backwards to the body and not to the flame. Both are fairly minor issues, and you can resolve them. One, in terms of the O-ring, they say that it can shrink when you put butane in it for the first time and cause it to shrink and then leak out gas. To remedy it, you effectively just fill it once and let it sit for a couple of hours so that O-ring has time to re-expand and cover whatever it is on the inside that needs to be covered. Again, not ideal, but it isn't the biggest thing in the world. With the ignition mechanism right there, a little screwdriver will easily fix that, bend that wire back to where it needs to be. Again, not perfect. Again, it's a Kickstarter project, but it's not terrible. As far as anything else, there's not really a lot of major flaws with the Dissim. And if you like soft flames it's on par with pretty much anything you'll find on the market. And if you can see situations where having an inverted flame would be helpful, then all the better. If you smoke cigars and you like to light candles or whatever else it may be, kind of works. Now, that all said, it's still a soft flame. So I've got a little ceiling fan up above, and this isn't blowing around too bad, but if you're out in the breeze, you'll definitely notice this will flicker around, and if you get a nice stiff breeze, it will go out. So again, this isn't a fix. It's not a perfect soft flame. It's not as good as a torch in terms of wind resistance and reliability, but if you like a soft flame, it is a pretty good option. Now, more colors and some updated designs are said to be in the works, and with new ownership and presumably more funding, I am hopeful that the build quality will only improve. So again, that's a quick look at the Dissim lighter, $48, soft flame, single torch, or single soft flame lighter, and I've got more of my thoughts on it on Halfwheel. So thanks for checking out this video and checking out halfwheel.com, your site for cigar and accessory reviews and complete coverage of the cigar industry.